The general consensus is that walking more after the age of 70 improves your health. However, what if I told you that this well-intentioned behavior may potentially be accelerating certain aging processes in your body? Yes, exactly. As a physician, I'm now warning seniors that while walking keeps you active, relying solely on steps may actually weaken important muscle groups, leave your joints vulnerable, and increase your risk of injury. Think about it this way. Walking is like watering a plant. Is it necessary? Absolutely. However, without sunlight, proper nutrients, and strong roots, the plant still withers. Your body needs more than just repetitive movement after the age of 70. To remain strong, agile, and independent, it requires comprehensive support, movement variety, and targeted training. In reality, focusing too much on walking alone can accelerate muscle atrophy, increase joint wear, and subtly contribute to the very frailty you're trying to prevent. My name is Dr. George Smith, and in this presentation, I'll discuss 5 crucial evidence-based alternatives to excessive walking that help seniors stay pain-free, move with youthful energy, and live longer, healthier lives. Stay with me. The final recommendation might surprise you, and it could be the key to your longevity. If you're over 60 and interested in practical ways to protect your health, please consider subscribing and turning on notifications for wellness secrets. Based on my years of clinical experience, I provide evidence-based guidance tailored to your stage of life. To let me know you're here and engaged, simply comment, "Yes," if you're following along right now. This helps me create content specifically for you and supports our community. Let's begin. Number 1. Strength training, your body's defense against aging. Walking doesn't build your body, it simply moves it. One of the most silent threats after age 70 isn't disease, it's sarcopenia, or age-related muscle loss. We begin losing muscle mass as early as our 30s and 40s, and unless we take proactive steps, it becomes a steep decline by age 70. Let me tell you about 72-year-old Helen. She consistently walked 5,000 steps daily in her neighborhood park every morning. She thought she was doing everything right until one morning her knee gave out while attempting to carry a grocery bag up just 2 steps. She fell. Fortunately, there was no fracture, but it served as a wake-up call. Despite being active, her muscles had gradually weakened. Her doctor explained that walking doesn't challenge your core, upper body, glutes, or hamstrings the way resistance training does. Without consistent strength challenges, even modest ones, the body loses its stability, muscle tone, and functional capacity. Helen started small, chair squats while brushing her teeth, wall push-ups, and using water bottles as light weights. After 6 weeks, she discovered she could open tight jars again, her balance improved significantly, and her confidence soared, something she hadn't experienced in years. The goal of strength training isn't to build massive muscles. The goal is to maintain your ability to move independently without assistance. Here's a simple test. From a seated position in a sturdy chair, try to stand up without using your hands. Do you struggle? That's your cue. It's never too late to start. Muscle tissue responds at any age. Gentle resistance training, even for just 10-15 minutes, 3 times per week, can significantly reverse age-related muscle deterioration. And no, you don't need expensive equipment or a gym membership. You can use soup cans, resistance bands, or even your own body weight. Number 2, balance and stability, avoiding the leading cause of senior injuries. Most seniors assume they'll always have good balance. After all, if you've been walking your entire life, why worry? Here's the reality. Balance is a skill, and like any skill, it deteriorates without practice. And what's the leading cause of hospital admissions for people over 70? It's not heart disease, it's not diabetes, it's falls. Let me tell you about David, age 75, a retired bus driver. He used to navigate his neighborhood with complete confidence. Then one day, his foot caught slightly as he stepped off a curb, and he nearly tumbled onto the sidewalk. That incident shook him deeply. His physician didn't tell him to walk more. Instead, she prescribed 3 specific balance exercises: standing on one foot, heel-to-toe walking, and sidestepping with eyes closed. 3 weeks later, he noticed something remarkable. He stopped reaching for furniture as he moved around his home. Walking doesn't challenge your proprioception, that awareness of your body's position in space, your ankle stabilizers, or your vestibular system. Want to test yourself right now? Stand near a counter for safety. Try balancing on one foot for 10 seconds with your eyes open. Then close your eyes and try again. If you feel unsteady, it's time to take action. Balance training doesn't just prevent injuries and keep you literally upright. It builds confidence. And you need no equipment, just intention. Number 3, flexibility and mobility, because life doesn't always move in straight lines. Walking keeps your legs moving, but it doesn't stretch you. Moreover, it doesn't mobilize your neck, rotate your spine, or maintain shoulder flexibility. Many seniors assume stiffness is simply a natural part of aging after 70. Often, however, it's just disuse. Here's the story of 78-year-old Marlene, who once loved gardening. Then one day she realized she could no longer comfortably look over her shoulder while driving. It wasn't pain, it was restriction. Her joints were stiffening because she wasn't moving through different ranges of motion. Her physical therapist didn't prescribe medication. Instead, she recommended mobility exercises, neck rotations, arm circles, gentle seated spinal twists, and modified toe touches. After 30 days, Marlene didn't just move better. She returned to her beloved gardens. Walking is linear. Life is not. Reaching into the back seat of a car, stepping into a bathtub, turning to catch a falling glass, these everyday activities require joint range of motion in addition to endurance. Try this assessment. While standing, slowly turn your head left and then right. Notice any tightness or restriction? That's a warning sign. Your body needs more mobility work. You don't need to be as flexible as a gymnast, but you should be able to move with comfort and grace. If you're still watching and these insights are resonating with you, please take a moment to follow Wellness Secrets, comment below about what struck you the most, and give this video a like. Your engagement helps me continue bringing you evidence-based health information. Let's continue. Number 4, core and posture, the foundation of pain-free living. Despite common belief, walking barely engages your deep core muscles and does little to strengthen your back or improve your posture. And after 70, a weak core is like a cracked foundation in a house. The entire structure begins to shift over time. Meet Leonard, a 76-year-old retired engineer. He had always prided himself on his strength and upright posture, but in recent years he began rounding his shoulders, experiencing lower back pain after short walks, and frequently leaning forward without realizing it. After his daughter's urging, he consulted a movement specialist. The diagnosis? Postural deconditioning. Years of insufficient core activation had weakened his postural muscles. The solution wasn't medication or surgery. It was targeted posture resets, standing against a wall for 2 minutes daily with head, shoulders, and tailbone touching, pelvic tilts while watching television, and core bracing exercises involving deep breathing while gently tensing the lower abdominal muscles. In just 1 month, Leonard's back pain decreased by 60%. Additionally, he experienced significantly less heartburn and improved breathing. That's because posture affects more than just your spine. It impacts your organ function. Your core is more than just abdominal muscles. It includes your diaphragm, deep spinal stabilizers, and the muscles surrounding your pelvis and lower back. Walking rarely activates these muscles effectively. Want to test yourself? Stand with your back against a wall. Try to touch it simultaneously with your head, shoulders, and tailbone. Can you do it comfortably? If it's challenging, don't ignore it. Your body is signaling that your alignment needs attention. Good posture isn't about vanity. It's about preventing chronic pain, breathing efficiently, and protecting your nervous system. Remember, posture can be retrained at any age without special equipment. Number 5. Joint-friendly movement. Stop the wear before it starts. We often hear that walking is the perfect low-impact exercise. But is it always low impact? Not necessarily. For many people over 70, repetitive walking, especially on hard pavement, can stress joints rather than strengthen them. Consider 79-year-old Malcolm, a lifelong walking enthusiast. Even after retirement, he continued walking 3 miles daily. Over time, however, he noticed persistent knee and ankle discomfort. He attributed it to normal aging until an orthopedic evaluation revealed cartilage thinning. His doctor explained that walking without adequate supporting muscle strength is like driving a car with misaligned wheels. The wear compounds over time. Malcolm made strategic changes. He replaced 2 weekly walking sessions with water aerobics, added a recumbent bike on Sundays, and incorporated gentle chair yoga into his routine. Within weeks, the swelling in his knees subsided, and he returned to enjoying walks, this time without apprehension. Here's the key insight. Walking is beneficial. However, without proper muscle support, repetitive loading can accelerate joint deterioration, particularly in weight-bearing joints like knees, hips, and ankles. If you experience joint stiffness after walking, it's not just aging, your body is requesting movement variety. Consider these joint-friendly alternatives. Water-based exercises where buoyancy reduces joint pressure, Tai Chi, seated resistance band exercises, or if available, elliptical machines or stationary cycling. Here's a home test. Sit in a chair, then stand up without using your arms. If your knees or hips hurt, they're not receiving adequate muscular support and are bearing excessive stress. Joint care isn't about doing less, it's about being smarter with your movement choices. Bringing it all together. Let's be honest with ourselves. Perhaps we've relied too heavily on walking as the cure-all for health concerns. Walking does keep you active, calms your mind, and benefits your cardiovascular system. However, walking alone doesn't build strength. It doesn't challenge your balance. It doesn't improve your flexibility, and it doesn't protect your joints from excessive wear. After age 70, your body requires a more comprehensive approach. You need strength training to combat muscle loss, balance practice to prevent dangerous falls, stretching and mobility work to maintain flexibility and independence, core and posture exercises to prevent spinal problems and breathing issues, and low-impact movement alternatives to protect your joints from repetitive stress. Each of these components makes you stronger and more capable. I want to be absolutely clear. It's never too late to start. Remember the stories I shared today: Helen, David, Marlene, and Leonard. They all began with small steps, not dramatic changes, just a willingness to adapt and consistent action. If you dedicate just 10-15 minutes daily to incorporating these strategies, you might discover that you feel younger, move better, and maintain your independence longer than you thought possible. So here's my question for you. Which of these 5 areas will you prioritize first? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your experience could inspire someone else who's reading the comments right now. Please remember, this information is for educational purposes only and should never replace professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. If you have specific or complex health concerns, always consult your healthcare provider first. Let me know in the comments where you're watching from and what health topic you'd love to see next. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more healthy tips. Thanks for watching and stay healthy.